If you want to check out what my current favorites have been for the month of June and maybe some skincare regimen updates, then please keep on watching. Hello my friends, if it's your first time here, thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Alicia and Kinky Sweat stands for my kinky hair and sweat life. I'm a fitness professional who loves things movement and beauty. Here on my channel you'll find makeup tutorials, hair product tutorials, some movement stuff. If you want to check out more of my movement adventures, you can head over to my Instagram. Today we're talking specifically skincare. As I did last month, separated my video into videos, I should say, makeup and skincare. Even if I don't have any new favorites going forward, I want to do monthly check-ins. I learn so many new things every month. This past month has just been overwhelming in terms of the information and a little bit of I had a coming to Jesus moment with my skincare. Timestamps will be down below if you care to skip over to a specific product. I understand, I get chatty, and when it comes to skincare, mama talks, okay? I want to start out with my favorite skincare channels of the month, and that is Miss Michelle Wong, Muffin Beauty Science, and Dr. Dray, my derma bae. I actually been watching Dr. Dray a lot in May, and I just didn't mention her in that video, and I should have. Dr. Dray is a dermatologist. She is a no-nonsense, myth-busting, she is so funny, and her humor is just dry and sarcastic, but like she has these little bouts of not only wisdom but sayings like please that's punch. And Michelle Wong, Muffin Beauty Science, she's down in Australia. She has a PhD in chemistry and she does a lot of myth busting as well, and she breaks down the science of skincare, the ingredients. Between these two women, I've had my eyes opened, and I admit I was wrong about a lot of things I said on my channel, and I always like to come out clean and admit that. I'm constantly learning, but I also love to share. When I encounter information that I think is true, I want to share it with you all. But then I go back and say, that wasn't really right, Alicia. The ingredients that have been demonized for years, mineral oil, silicones, parabens, they're all fine. Dr. Dray and Muffin Beauty Science has a bunch of citations and studies that you can see and read for yourself. Although Dr. Dray has said many a time that a lot of people aren't qualified to interpret these studies. That's why you have a lot of fear-mongering blogs and articles out there about sunscreen, hormone disrupting, and all that stuff. All this time, I've ignored products and spent so much money on these said products that are supposed to have none of this and none of that, and it just doesn't make any sense. And I actually have returned a couple of items I bought from my Sephora haul, and I feel bad because you guys watch my channel and you guys rely on my recommendations. Although I recommend a product, I never want you to feel like you have to buy it. At the end of the day, you are an adult and you make your own decisions, and if you want to go ahead and buy things to try it, then I understand. I'm the same. If I find something interesting, I want to check it out, I want to buy it. I returned the Biossance glycolic facial mask because it has beads in there and really don't need any physical type of exfoliant to make our skin cleaner. The mere presence of a cleanser and water and the rubbing of your fingers is enough to slough off that dead skin layer. It's enough. I thought you needed something else. I use those Neogen pads, and I thought that the textured pads weren't so abrasive. They are. In fact, they're too abrasive. Anything that's not your hands is too abrasive. Period. I did keep their Omega Repair, their squalene and Omega Repair Cream, because I actually really love this product, so this is my second jar of that. I've done sponsored content with Biossance in the past, and a part of their marketing strategy is that they tie themselves to the EWG, where they have like an online encyclopedia about dangerous substances. They actually don't have a toxologist on their staff. A lot of their grades are not really that accurate. So it's not bad that Biossance is the EWG approved. I mean, being EWG approved doesn't really hurt anyone. But I feel, unfortunately, the whole EWG look does contribute to a lot of fear-mongering, and it really keeps people from knowing the truth and doing their own research. Now, again, I'm a big fan of Biossance. I think they make incredible products, but I wouldn't buy them just because they're EWG approved, although they market themselves to be. I do love the squalene because I think this is actually a really beautiful formula, and when I've used it for those 6 months, I thought my skin barrier and overall texture was phenomenal. I just wanted to make that clear because with all my talk now about the natural clean market is a bunch of crock, I did sponsored content with Biossance, and they are very much a clean brand. Again, I like Biossance not because I'm scared of parabens, but because I like them. I like their formulation, so that's that. I also returned the Youth to the People Super Berry mask. I bought that mask because I wanted to replace my Ursa Major Golden Hour Recovery Cream, and it looked like a great cream. Didn't need it. I was like, you bought this because you saw how many great reviews there were in here. The reason why I returned it is because it has fragrance. And another misconception about fragrance is that apparently naturally derived fragrance is safer and okay than synthetic fragrance. Your body doesn't know the difference. Fragrance is fragrance, and it could be irritating in the long term. Everyone's different, and no matter what, there are some skins that just defy the laws of skincare. Our girl Michelle Wong, she has sensitive eczema prone skin, and she freaking uses La Mer. La Mer is like perfumed cream, but it works for her, right? So it all depends on your DNA, your skin, what you've tried, and just to experiment, right? But for the long term, there are some guidelines that I feel are helpful for those who are trying to steer away from irritation, inflammation, to just prevent their skin conditions from getting worse and from flaring up. And with that, I'm going to start with cleanser because since I've been watching a whole lot of Dr. Dray, you know I got a whole lot of CeraVe. I didn't even think CeraVe was a thing. I always seen it in drugstores, but again, it's a drugstore product. It's garbage. It has mineral oil, it has this, it has that. They're very effective ingredients in terms of sound skincare. They have been proven to be effective and safe. I'm fine with parabens being in this because you know what? It preserves the product and keeps from this getting all rogue on my face. This is the Hydrating Facial Cleanser. This is a creamy formula that I use sometimes in the morning. I read that you gotta wash your skin in the morning because the dirt and the whatever that's swirling around while you're sleeping gets stuck in your fine lines and it makes your fine lines deeper. Don't even know if that's true. But to psychologically make myself feel better about it, I wet my face and take a pump's worth of cleanser and I just gently swirl that around my skin, rinse, and on to the next step. The one cleanser I've been loving, and this line I've just been head over heels for, Liah Yoo. You know how to do. The Krave Beauty Matcha Hemp Hydrating Cleanser. This line is exceptional. I don't have her glycolic toner because it's sold out, but I do have her Great Barrier Relief as well as her Beet the Sun, or it's not Beet the Sun in the States, it's the Beet Shield in the States. This cleanser is exceptional. The whole line is based on what your skin craves. It leaves out all the bells and whistles. It only has 4 products on the website, and Liah is very transparent about who the products are best for. She'll say the Great Barrier Reef is not for all skin types, and for those who suffer from folliculitis or any other skin condition might not love her Great Barrier Reef. She's not going to convince everyone under the sun to buy her products, and that's why I really appreciate her as a person and just how she wants to present her skincare brand. The Matcha Hemp Hydrating Cleanser is all about being barrier friendly, taking off all the dirt and debris but leaving behind what's important for your skin's barrier to not be compromised. Matcha, hemp seeds, oats, almonds, vitamin B5, sodium PCA. I believe this goes for maybe like $16 or 20 something dollars. I'll put the price up next to me. I bought 2 tubes because at the time when I went on her website, they were sold out and I was like, oh no! This is a pH of 5 to 6. 40% of matcha in here. It is like a jelly type of cleanser, and you'll see some of the bits in the actual gel, and it foams, but it doesn't soapy foam up. It stays very low sud, and it just feels so good on the skin. And especially when I rinse it off, my skin doesn't feel stripped. It just feels fresh and ready for the next step. So I've been thoroughly enjoying a Matcha Hemp Hydrating Cleanser. Before I purchased that, I did purchase the Peach and Lily Power Calm Hydrating Gel Cleanser, which actually is very similar in consistency. However, this unfortunately does have a little bit of fragrance. It doesn't have a lot, but that's how I've been deciding on what to buy or not to buy. Like if it has fragrance, then I'm not getting it. That's it. I just like that filter because it just keeps me from spending so much money. Now, toners are said to not be helpful. I use toners. I use my Aqua licorice root extract water because I do think licorice root extract has a really positive effect in terms of imparting brightness to the skin, evening out skin tone. Is it going to be as effective as different? No, but for as many times as I use it, I think it does have a positive impact on my skin for the long term. So I follow up with that. And then I go in, if it's the morning, I go in with my Skinceuticals Phloretin CF something. L-ascorbic acid is very unstable in light, which is so funny. We actually produce our own vitamin C, but topical vitamin C doesn't really last on our skin. Whether or not it actually punches away free radicals or no, what happens is that free radicals only has one electron, so they're looking for another electron to pair with it, but it steals electrons from the electrons we're trying to keep for ourselves. That's why antioxidants come into the mix, and they're like, hey, have my electron, I'm fine without it. Michelle explains this a lot better than I do, but that's basically what antioxidants do. Whether or not the Phloretin is actually doing that, I do feel it has helped me with evening out my skin tone. Do you want to see? You want to come a little closer? It doesn't look a whole lot better from last month, but I do feel the circumference of my spots has shrunk a little bit, and I just feel it's a little more blurred. Maybe I'm hallucinating, but I do feel it does help even out skin tone and help lighten up my dark spots. So if it doesn't provide that antioxidant benefit, I'm fine with using it as a total skin brightener. I do get 40% off from Equinox because they sell Skinceuticals, so that's why I choose to purchase it. But Phloretin's expensive. It's like $166. But I understand that's a lot of money to just drop on a product that you don't know that's going to work in the long run for you. So I get it. Up next, we have another favorite of mine. Well, you know what? Let me calm down because I have so many product. After my vitamin C serum, I'll go in with my Peach and Lily Glass Skin Refining Serum. This is my second bottle, and again, serums is in the dermatologist world, they do nothing. They're just kind of like a placebo effect type of a gig. They're into wash and moisturize. That's it. And in terms of moisture, you have humectants, emollients, and occlusives. So each moisturizer or a product that presents itself to be a moisturizer might not have that occlusive benefit. That's definitely what's needed to prevent what's called transepidermal water loss. That's when the water evaporates from your skin, and that's what actually causes dehydration. But a lot of moisturizers, they don't have that occlusive ingredient, like for the Clean Natural Camp shea butter or for the Dermatology Camp mineral oil or petrolatum. That water is just going to escape your skin and leave you dry and with a compromised skin barrier. And that's why serums, although they say they're moisturizing, they might just have humectant properties. That means absorbing the water and attracting it, but to keep it there, that's where you need that occlusive layer over your skin. I think this works because it has 3 chains of hyaluronic acid, so I find it has a benefit. I don't know what's going on a microscopic level, but I do feel this is a great product. It has peach extract and madecassoside. I do rather enjoy the glass skin refining treatment. I don't think this has fragrance in it. I definitely don't detect it when I smell it and put it on my skin. And it has peptides as well. Peptides are also known to be humectant. I love it. This is my second bottle. I'll continue to use this. It's super lightweight, doesn't leave the skin feeling sticky, and I do feel it encourages that blurred effect, that glass skin effect. Again, it could be just mine, but I'm okay with that. Moisturizer, I'll go in with my Peach and Lily Matcha Pudding Antioxidant Cream, which I recently bought another jar of, or what I used newly today. So I'm sorry that I'm presenting this as a favor, but I love it so much that I want to. I'm going to continue using this throughout July, and I'll update you at the end of July. This is the new Cosrx Green Tea Aqua Soothing Gel Cream. I saw this on Dr. Dray's channel. They sent her a bunch of Cosrx products, cosmetic prescription, that's what it's short for. This is like a gel, and I find if you're oily and you need something that's lightweight but has the allantoin, the green tea, not only the emollients and the humectants, but everything in between. This is actually quite nice to wear as a moisturizer and then to put your SPF over. Super lightweight. I'm sorry I don't have a clip of me putting this on, but it's just so gel and light. Very refreshing, especially if you are in a humid climate. Look how beautiful that is. Lightweight, doesn't take time at all to absorb, and it doesn't leave the skin feeling sticky and tight. I know sometimes when we encounter these types of textures, the assumption might be when it dries down, it just kind of like leaves a strange film on your skin. Not this, man. This leaves your skin feeling velvety soft without feeling heavy or greasy. This is a phenomenal product. I'm going to keep using this throughout the summertime, and I will update you throughout the season for sure. That's in the morning, and oh my gosh, I become a sun care, sunscreen just brat. I cannot wait for my sunscreens to be sent from Australia. My girl hooked me up. She's gonna send me some great sunscreens, and I just graciously thanked her via the interwebs because she is helping me out. Now, currently, my number one sunscreen that I've been using, again, is from Krave Beauty, and this is their Beet Shield. Now, everywhere else in Korea, well, I guess just in Korea, and it's presented as an SPF of 50. It doesn't have SPF 50 on the bottle because there are UVA filters in here that have not been approved by the FDA. Don't get scared. It's just one of those things that in the UK, Australia, and Asia, they've updated a whole lot of many UVA filters that are said to be more photostable, more cosmetically elegant, and just superior to the ones we have here in the States. When Liah at the time was creating this formula, there are so many FDA regulations that one has to go through in being able to sell their product in the States with UVA filters that have not been approved. And it was just a mess for her. And I felt so terrible when I saw that video. She was going through it, and I could understand her frustration when you work so hard on a formula, you can't sell it? Like, come on. Sunscreen is considered to be an over-the-counter medication here in the States. That's why when you pick up a sunscreen here, you see the filters outlined by percentage at the top, and the inactive ingredients down below. So sunscreens undergo a lot more scrutiny than like another cosmeceutical, for instance, in the skincare realm. But because here in the States we recognize it as a medication, if you present a product that's said to protect your skin from burning and skin cancer, therefore it's going to be seen as a medication, and then it has to undergo those same processes and those same screening. So she had to say it's an antioxidant day fluid and not an SPF, otherwise she wouldn't have been able to sell it here. So that's why you don't see on the back the typical outlining of percentage of UVA filters and UVB filters, because this is an antioxidant fluid but it's an SPF. This formula is, you know what, and I love my Neogen. I keep using that on my neck and my chest, but let me tell you, this is so gorgeously perfect. I'm not even kidding. I wish she sold this in like a big pump bottle. It's so lightweight. It dries down clear. I have 2 layers on my skin. Now, it does have alcohol in it, and I was one to say alcohol is bad. Don't put alcohol on your skin. Alcohol is necessary in this formula to stabilize the UVA filters and just to ensure the product is bomb. The only person I feel who should steer away from this sunscreen is if you suffer from rosacea. The alcohol can flare it up, especially because you have a skin condition that's ultra sensitive and just ultra finicky in that way. But ultimately, though, alcohol is not going to dry out your skin, especially if it's coupled with other ingredients in that formula that provide hydration and emollients and all that stuff. And especially if you already applied a moisturizer underneath, you'll be fine. I've been using this for, I want to say like 3 weeks. I love it. I have it on my skin right now. It just leaves behind the most velvety, soft finish. It doesn't have crazy fragrance. It doesn't break me out. I put this on my eyes, you guys. Under my eyes and on my lids. It does not sting. It does not drop throughout the day. And I put this on for hours, okay? And I reapply it. Unfortunately, I haven't been reapplying that. I've been reapplying my Innisfree sponge makeup that has SPF 50, 40, sorry. But on days if I'm not wearing makeup, I will reapply this the whole day, like 3 more times. In Love is out of stock right now. It should be in stock by the time this video uploads. I would believe it's back in stock, but I'm buying like 3 more bottles. I'm not even kidding. This stuff is amazing. She made a phenomenal product. This has Tinosorb S and M as well as Univol. I think she has Univol A+, I'm not too sure. Now for those with sensitive skin, you might continue using zinc and titanium because yes, they are more designed for sensitive skin, but let me tell you, if you have brown skin and zinc oxide looks white on your face, try to get the newer UVA filters. You will not regret it. It's going to go on clear. It's going to give you better UVA protection, and those are the rays that make these guys darker because they penetrate deeper, and that's really why I'm being a stickler for using the newer UVA filters, because when I'm out and about, I don't want these to get darker. I want them to become lighter. I do wish it was bigger, considering that it's important to reapply sunscreen throughout the day. Listen, I'll pay for double the size of this. Liah, make a pump bottle, will you? Can you make a body version? That'll be great as well. Oh my God, I'm giving her all these suggestions. She's like, you're not the one with the skincare line, Alicia. I know, but just we'll put it out there. I also wanted to present her Great Barrier Relief. This is her skin repairing serum that is said and marketed to just use on those moments during the skincare season where your skin flares up. You need to back off from all the products that you're using and just give your skin barrier a chance to replenish itself, to rebuild. This has tamanu oil in it, which she believes has had the best positive impact on lightening her hyperpigmentation. She felt it's the one ingredient out of all the ingredients in like the skin brightening and evening tone market of things that has actually worked for her. So it has 10% tamanu oil in here, and she did say this is not for everyone. If you're oily skin and you insist on using this, then maybe just use this as a moisturizer and then follow up with your SPF. But even with the oil content in here, it's pretty lightweight, I have to say. It's very cushiony on the skin. Once you spread it on there, you could press it in so it could fully absorb. You do smell the tamanu oil, so it's a very woodsy type of fragrance, very earthy in nature. If you're not into that, I like tamanu oil. I like how it smells. It doesn't stick around though. It disappears, and I feel it's tolerable for those who are not crazy about that scent profile. It's so pretty. I think it leaves the skin with a beautiful finish. I love this thing. So if we were in the morning, I would apply that. I didn't apply it today because it's super humid, so I'm gonna apply this later tonight. I went straight from the Cosrx gel cream to my SPF, but if at night, I would apply this after my serum step, which I've been doing. I've been using my Cosrx Centella Blemish Ampoule. So I've been using this at night because Centella asiatica is said to have wound healing properties, and I feel it just contributes positively to healing the fresh little picks I have. So for my night moisturizer, I'm using the Ultimate Nourishing Rice Overnight Spa Mask by Cosrx. This was also highly recommended by Dr. Dray. Rice is said to impart a brightening effect to just even out your skin tone and just really bring in that luminosity, and this is perfect as a final step to my nighttime routine. It doesn't have any fragrance, and it does have occlusives in here, I believe, that will help prevent transepidermal water loss. And the reason why that's so important is because I never understood how important it is to not compromise your skin barrier. Your skin barrier is the outermost layer of your skin that allows things in and out, but it keeps what needs to be kept in and kicks out what needs to be kicked out. When it's flared and compromised, it's a free-for-all. Everyone can come in and go as they please. And when that happens, that's when breakouts happen, irritation. If you're eczema prone, that's where flare-ups happen. So to make sure that water stays in your skin and then overnight you get that moisture and that occlusivity to help whatever products you apply that don't leave your skin and get to work, then I highly recommend this. I also love that's in the tube. I mean, that's why you have preservatives in these formulas that are in jars, that they don't go bad. Even with your fingers being stuck into them, the formula will be fine. I just love the aesthetic of this. I think it's so clean, just very simple, very approachable, no nonsense. So I've been using that a lot. And for my lips, I've been using the CeraVe Healing Ointment. This is a drugstore staple. Yes, it has petrolatum in it. Yes, it has mineral oil. It has paraffin products. These oils are not the same of what they use in the oil industry. It's a byproduct. They have to go through a process for it to be safe to be used in cosmetics. It's very effective, and I know people feel a way about it. I got over it. I don't mind using petrolatum anymore. It's a great ingredient. My lips have never felt better. I've ignored it for a long time with the clean and natural market just demonizing their products. You know, to charge $50 or more for an ounce of product that has fragrance and essential oils in it that doesn't have any proven ingredients to actually make things happen on your skin unless you tried it and you know for sure it works. That's why I'm being more practical with my purchases. I'm being very gung-ho about the research and doing my own and buying what I feel is fit for my budget and just buying what I know is going to work. I don't need the frills anymore, and I encourage you guys to do the same. Your skin is your skin, and you're gonna do what you want. I understand that the facts are facts, the science is science. I'm going to still use what I love to use because in the end, I love my skincare routine. It's a ritual for me, and there's some products that I just love to have in that routine and I love to use. But I also want to be more practical and not fall for the myths and the fear-mongering and all these random articles and uninformed opinions about results from test studies that were done on rats and on a petri dish for a lot of them. And the minute these results get out and into the wrong hands, then they present it as something that poses a threat to our health. It's simply not true. So I'm going to leave both links for Dr. Dray's channel and Lab Muffin Beauty Science down below. You're more than welcome to visit, but I encourage you to do so because it's just helpful to be informed and to know what's going to work or have some guidance in figuring it out. I've been loving my skincare routine this month. I've really streamlined it because, you know, I've been one to put on essences, 2 essences, 3 serums at one time. And I think I was just giving my poor skin too much to handle and just didn't know what it was doing. I still use my essence. I love my Neogen essence, but in dermatology land, a lot of professionals think this is a bunch of hoopla and doesn't do a thing. This, I feel, is just really nice on my skin. I'm almost done with it. So I'm at a crossroads whether or not I'll repurchase it. It is $38. It's not super expensive, but I could save that $38 for something else I might really need. I will continue to use my chemical filters as well as my new sun hat. I've been wearing this every day because, again, sun protection is so important, you guys. It really is the #1 anti-aging thing you can do. Don't waste your money on these crazy expensive products that are promising you the fountain of youth. The fountain of youth is through preventative measures and what you can do to best shield yourself from the sun, reapply your sunscreen throughout the day, wear some protective clothing. That's the best anti-aging thing you can do. I did not apply nearly enough sunscreen as I should have years before, but again, I did apply it, so it does help somewhat. Much better than not applying anything all together. So I'm really happy I did that, and I'm really happy that I insisted on applying sunscreen every day. I tell all my friends to do it, but they just ignore me. They're like, what's that about? The sun's not going to do anything to me. The sun kills. So I hope this video was helpful to you. I'm sorry I came out harpy and was really passionate about some things. I think I get passionate about sharing facts and science and all of that because being in the fitness industry, I see and hear a lot of crazy things being said. It's just like, it is not true. Stop it. So when I see the same thing go on in the beauty industry, and if I have an opportunity to share my perspective and just share different resources that will help you decide what you want to buy, what's best for your skin, and to eliminate the myths that are going on. The information that is simply not true, the rate and the capacity of it, the frequency of how fast it goes around and people read it and believe the craziest stuff. It's like, come on. I'm fine with parabens, silicones, mineral oil, and UVA filters. But with that said, I've been loving my favorites this month. I'm so happy I made the appropriate changes to my skincare routine, and I just need my skin to be happy. So hopefully I could keep my hands off it, use the products that I know that are going to work, that are effective, and continue wearing my sun hat. And that, my friends, is a wrap. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope this video helped. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And until then, I'll see you on here again with another tutorial, favorites, chit chat, or multi-look video. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. Skincare time. Mineral oil or it doesn't leave the skin feeling stiff. My rugrats weren't in frame this entire time. What is with car alarms? Are the worst. They are the worst. Turn it off. Thank you.